Everybody, how y'all doing? It sound like a jungle out here, don't it? We all up in the forest and shit. Shout out to the people in Atlanta enjoying this nature out here. But I was thinking about how it's like a jungle. It's like dog eat dog. Dog eat dog world. You heard that. It's like, especially when it comes to the job market, singles market, life, business, whatever. Like it's dog eat dog. It's no playing. I mean, it's no room for error. You got to be on your P's and Q's and bring your A plus game or not. So I thought about when, women reach out to me and ask me questions, especially when it has to do with love, men, dating, that type of thing. And I know the type of information I share. This is different. Steve Harvey and the people that you used to listening to, they have never, in the history of the dating and love information sector, you haven't heard anybody holding black women accountable for shit, because it's been all simps that are pandering to the black woman. So this is going, my page, my information, it kind of ruffles people's feathers, but it is what it is. I mean, we got to be accountable. We got to have the spirit of truth if we expect to really get anywhere. And we swear we want to keep it real, but when people are real with you, you got an attitude. I mean, you'll ask somebody their advice, and you'll have the nerve to have it when they tell you the truth. And this goes for men and women, your homegirls, the dude you're dating. If you can just accept the fact that you don't really want to admit that you have anything to work on, and that it's everybody else, it's not you, it's all the other men, it's just the world we're living in, it's just not that many good black men nowadays. It's so much easier to buy into that bullshit. And I know, and that's why a lot of people have a problem with me, because I'm not budging. I know that's a fucking lie. And what I've been doing is really living this life as a date coach, matchmaker, and out here making connections with a specific caliber of person and helping them. And I've seen from both sides what we deal with. And one thing that I want to start with is that lack of accountability, but it's our inability to take constructive criticism. If you ask me some shit, and I'm very serious about this, black women, we've been set up for failure. The church has made us think that we don't have to work out, be sexy, be cute. We've just let our sensuality go down the drain, focused on school, focused on all that other shit. And when I look up, now we have a generation of women who have zero feminine grace and aren't really attractive. The average woman, I'm talking about, like the average woman. And so I just be wondering, where y'all live, who are y'all around that allow y'all to go on, look a certain way and don't tell you. And again, and you don't even realize that you're not even fit to be asking or to even be expecting a certain type of experience or man. I have so many women ask me the same question, and then I go look at their page. This happened 5 times yesterday. It happens all the time. But it's like, I go look at y'all page. Y'all will reach out. Hey, Art, I saw your video. I don't think I'm one of them mean women. I'll admit I need work. That's what y'all will do. What else y'all do? Oh, y'all will start trying to justify the shit. And I can hear it in you. It's just that I ain't found nobody that's caught my interest. It's just that. I'm like, okay, let me tell you something. Men that do catch your interest, and that's why I talk about Idris Elba and use those examples of high caliber black men, or any high caliber black man. And a lot of you don't really know what high caliber is, but I'll tell you and paint this picture. Because the Idris Elba that I use, and those high caliber black men that have high protective provider instinct, that have disposable income, and that are in touch with their power, powerful men, and that are attractive, healthy, wealthy, fine. When I keep asking y'all what they want and I go to y'all page, you don't look like the type of woman that type of man wants to fuck with, but that's the one that you swear that would catch your eye. I mean, who do you think you are? And I tell you, hey, consider this. You ain't seen them, because we attract who we are. and you don't like what you see, and you can't attract the high caliber because you're not high caliber. I'm looking at y'all. Your thighs got cottage cheese, tattoos every motherfucking where. I mean, it's like, where do y'all live? That's what I keep saying, you know, and I roast these cities. And I'm so glad I'm in Atlanta because this is a real standard of beauty here. If you live in a city where it's a high standard of beauty, or just if you have eyes, fuck it. If you have eyes, bitch, can't you see that you don't look that great? Like, I'm just wondering, at what point can't you see? That's why I talk about these North Carolina, these old lame ass girls wearing fucking certain styles that's stupid, looking stupid, and you getting looked over. Nobody sees you on the grand scale. If we're talking about survival of the fittest, this whole singles market, you're not even on the radar. Tattoos, lame ass hairdos, bad outfits. And then when I give you my opinion and say, hey, consider that your look right now, what you got on your page, it's not even worthy of, and it's just like this analogy with a dog chasing a car. Okay, so the dog chased the car. If the car stopped, what the dog gonna do? If Idris Elba was in front of you, what the fuck would you say? Because a lot of us don't even have mouthpiece. And I talk about this. I had a woman that I was talking to. I told her to go out. Her assignment was to go out and talk to 7 men by night. For those of you that's going to be doing the Meet More Men experience with me at the retreat, it's an art to talking to people, to going out. The average black woman and man has social anxiety around going out and talking to men. And we're going to talk about that more in detail tonight in the Finding Your Fire course, because we're actually talking about that in week 3. Tonight we're talking about feminine grace, sisterhood, and sexuality. But week 3, we're definitely going to be talking about communicating with men. And I'm looking at you guys. If we put an Idris in front of you, I'm looking at these old washed up looking women calling yourselves warriors and queens and healers. Like, girl, who are you healing? I mean, it is just a state of delusion we're in. And I'm the one that's going to burst everybody's bubble and pull the cards. I hit this one sister back and I told her to consider, like, you attract who you are, that whole spiel I gave you. She was like, okay, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's the survival of the fittest. If you don't have that certain credential, if you don't have that certain thing that employee is looking for, bye. This is how men act. That's why they don't want to wipe you up. They're not approaching. You don't have a certain experience. Men are visual creatures. Has anybody ever wanted to be honest outside of the women that we see? And we know we beautiful black women, all of that. Yes, we the original woman. That don't mean we can go out here, you know, having bodies built like sadness and 27 pieces and shit that black men are not attracted to and force them to like it. This is what I'm seeing with y'all. Y'all don't know what men like. Y'all don't know what they like. You have no idea. And when I tell you, you don't have what it takes, I said, this can be corrected. But y'all not willing to correct it. You're not willing to admit the fact, oh my God, and I saw another woman, she's on her weight loss journey. And a lot of y'all are delusional about how much weight you need to lose. Talking about I need just 5 more pounds. No, I wanted to say add 40 to that. It's a certain class of woman that high caliber men go for. All this junky booty, junky ass. You gotta wear Spanx type shit bodies. That's not pulling it, ladies. And you living in South Carolina, see, you may be a 10. This is the problem. You a 10 in Birmingham and South Carolina, a place like that, for those type of niggas. But when you talk to me, I'm coming on the real standard. It's like somebody trying to get you ready for the job market or the business market. You have to be ready to compete with the best of the best on a global level. What's the standard of beauty across the board? Not just for what's cool for your little podunk area where they're accepting those fat ass girls. No sense of style, no grace. Like, and I just don't think y'all really know who you are. And that's a real shame. And you have these attitudes. You have no idea. You need to really get an objective point of view. And again, you think that the man hadn't showed up just because your luck is bad. No, it's because you're fucking up. The look, the attitude. I don't think I want. When was the last time you went out and talked to 7 men you didn't know? At a bar, at a lounge. Half of y'all are lame. Y'all not even going out. You're not even going out like that. And when you go out, you got to go with a pack of friends for security. You can't go out by yourself. Sit next to a man. Talk to him. You don't understand. Well, I mean, it ain't no... All of that. All of that. That's why we're 38, 39, 49, 59, single, 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 single. It is an epidemic. And I will keep saying that. They have that by design. They knew. Fuck up the black women enough. Fuck up the black man and the black woman. Fuck that whole situation up, because that is going to be their demise. This is why dating and talking to men and getting out your head and being attractive, that's why all of this is important. And I looked at these sisters like, looking at their page. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what do you expect me to say? Like, what do men want? Men ain't no man